Hello everyone, my name is James and today I will be Masion Mystery. Back to Matt. I could jump up and down on these if I want to. They definitely won't break him. Don't jump on them, Matt replied, his voice a little higher than usual. I mean, I believe you, but let's not push it. Sorry, she said. Jumping Anyway, I'm going to move in further. Somebody else, feel free to follow me. Kelly came next, and after that, Maggie and Danny and Frankie all talked to me. He saw the matches. He visibly relaxed, and Becca beamed at him proudly. You did it, she said, meeting up with the other meeting up with him as they climbed closer to the trunk. Now we just have to make our way down slowly. I'm not sure even we have to do that, Matt said, his eyes shining as he looked up at something over Becca's shoulder. It looks like we're able to use the ladder to come out of the tree house. Treehouse? Becca whimped around in surprise, their eyes grow wider as she spotted a cube-shaped treehouse nestled deep into the branches. It blended into the tree so well it was like camouflage. The treehouse was here, Becca called to the back of the group, and everyone murmured excitedly as they all edged their way closer and closer. With all the leaves on the branches, it was no wonder that nobody had noticed the treehouse until now. Soon enough, everyone in the group was standing safely on the deck of the newly discovered treehouse. The GM signaled that they spot with the telescope before hovering just over their heads. Something tells me that there'll be someone special waiting inside for us. Um, Becca said, taking Maggie by the arm and gently leading him into the door. They'd all been waiting for this moment ever since they first discovered the elephant had been ham-snapped after the summer school incident. More precisely, two special someones. Would you like to do the honors of being the first to see them, Maggie? His head held high, Maggie reached forward and opened the door to the treehouse. Step inside. Nacho! Maggie yelled as soon as he was inside the spacious treehouse. Elephant, we found you! We finally found you! His heart still pumping from the treehouse. Matt hurried inside, excitedly for the safe of the stable structure. It smelled like freshly cut wood, as though the clubhouse had been built very recently. He looked where Maggie was crouched. Sure enough, sitting in the corner of the room was an elaborate hamster cage, with hamsters happily waiting inside. Nacho was in another cage that sat beside elephants. Matt walked over and bent down to get a closer look. Both animals looked well fed, clean, and taken care of. The elephant was even wearing a tiny black suit complete with coattails. Greeting Maggie in style. It's like hamster culture, he said. I miss you so much. Maggie gasped as he eagerly opened the snake cage and stuck his arm inside. Nacho instantly soared up and around Maggie's arm, like he was giving his long lost owner a hug. Aw, Becca said from where she stood, watching behind them. I'm so glad they're okay. They look happy and healthy, but still, especially excited to see you. And Angel is going to lose his mind when he sees the elephant, Maggie said, starting to interact more with Nacho as Danny made sure to get the hamster wearing a suit on the camera. I can't wait to see his face when he first gets home. Another game won, Danny announced in his natural voice as he taped. Just with the summer school, the crew managed to make their way through all the game master obstacles. The trip was plenty. The frights were galore, all to come to a happy conclusion. Closing to the chapter was oh, oh so mysterious open 2 months ago. Oh, frankly said, reflecting, he really into the house of on the girly street. It's truly hard to believe. Before nightfall, thank goddess. Take that, game master. Seriously, Matt said, looking down at the master, running around happily, adorable water available to hamster. I don't even want to imagine what would it be like to do the whole roof to tree thing at night. Haley shuddered. Now that we're out of the house, to imagine going back inside, even just for 1 second, makes me insides twist around themselves. Same, Frankie agreed. Never again. Ma'am couldn't agree more. Whoa, check out this sack spread, Danny said from behind them, and Matt he was greeted by the sight of a table that held a variety of delicious looking snacks, gummy worms, a little available cups of dirt cake, and paper cups filled with orange juice. They're virtually snacks from the gamers, no doubt. Dad, we had a fresh one and grabbed a cup of dirt cake. Taking a big chocolate bite was so good that it made him close his eyes. He hadn't realized just how hungry he'd become. His stomach had been too busy fighting the discomfort of being locked inside the house to notice before. Grateful, he took a big swig of juice before turning back to the group and offered another dirt cake to Frankie. I think have enough dirt cake for today, thanks, Frankie said with a laugh. Walk over to the table beside Matt. I told him to take some gummy worms though. I want cake, Kelly cried as she rushed over, digging in just like Matt had. This is delicious. I will also be choosing worms over cake, Becca said, going for the orange juice first. The group ate their snacks for a few moments of silence. Matt was revealed that his clothes had most dried out from the mudwater incident. Regardless, he wouldn't wait to get home. No way, Maggie said, suddenly moving over to one of the windows carved out on of the side of the treehouse. Becca and Danny, and frankly, didn't you say one of your clues has something to do webs and trees? Yes, Danny said. Why? Because there were wolves living inside this tree, Maggie said. He amused as he pointed out a patch of webby cover spread over the dark, just like what Clue said. Wow, Frankie said. It all made sense in the end then. Matt couldn't help but be impressed at the complexity of it all. Dang, he said, the game master really went out all for this game, didn't they? I wonder how long it takes to plan something like that. It will take a long time, he realized, maybe even up to 2 months or more. Just about the same amount of time he had passed since the first round of the games. Seriously, Becca said, that was way too more intense than the summer score. I'm so glad. Whoever it is decided to give Elephant a natural bath for real and didn't drag it on any longer. Matt tried to imagine how he would have felt if instead of finding Elephant and Nacho in the treehouse, they found another clue from the game master. Thank goodness that hadn't been the case. But it just begs the question, Kelly said, pausing for a moment, and Dandy's request so he could fire the camera. back up and get the conversation on tape. Who would go through so much effort to set up a game like that? I'm starting to feel less and less sure that someone was Mr. Verdi or Vice Principal Clinton. I admit it, thinking it through for the first time since they talk about it. It's to say, I have no idea who to even consider. We hold to any water. Having more exposure to the game master through the length of the game, he only knew uh, less about the enthusiast figure. There were too many unanswered questions to even begin to contain the web of a good thing that he felt Ralphie at home. The mud water incident probably would have fried his clarity and made him up even worse. He couldn't help but feel a lot of resent over whatever the game master did to Ralphie. Matt promised himself again that he'd figure out him somehow. His help repair Ralph back to his fully functioning state. Watching Maggie and Nacho reminded Matt of just how he missed his robotic friend. The master cage is really something else, Maggie said. Look over it. It's nice so it's nice way nicer than Elephant's old cage, to be honest. If it's a little smaller, between that and all the little customs, the game master really pulled no punches when they went through this with this. Nacho was draped around his neck, and Maris at least felt happy that his friend had been reunited with his separate beast- beastie. He remembered how upset Mayu had been when he first arrived at the clubhouse earlier, after discovering that Nacho was missing. Had that really only between earlier today, it all felt like it taken place so long. I had the same thought, Baker said. It just supports the theory whoever the game master is secretly wants to be our friend. Matt didn't know how to feel about that idea. He stepped away, leaving the group to talk about the game master and went to have a look at the window. Where Maggie hadn't spotted the webworms, unable to stop thinking about Ralphie, it wasn't until he leaned against the edge of the window that he spotted something cramped into a small space between the wall to the window frame, a notebook of some kind. I found something, he said, reaching his fingers to the top of it, sticking up through the was able to put out the rest of the way. Been required to bring to every new school year since second grade. No, it said in shaky handwriting on the front. Matt's jaw dropped at the sight of it. No way, Danny. You think it belonged to the game master? Hardly able to contain himself, Matt took the notebook from Becca and opened it, and all the kids peered eagerly inside. The pages are covered with unmistakable kids' handwriting. The scribbles were sloppy but impressively organized. Matt looked at the first page, which contained what looked like a mini profile of Becca. "Whoa," he said under his breath. Becca, the top of the page read, following by the list of accompanying facts. Loves gymnastics, love her friends, love her Nazis Zootron. Freaky, Becca whispered. And Matt turned the page to see what would come next. And another mini profile, then another, then another. There was a page for everybody in the group. Thank you for listening. I hope you subscribe or watch more of my videos.